My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. I wanted to just get on real quick to give you all a little show of what these things look like in regular video format. Of course, these right here are the cherry and walnut lions. I've got the cherry and walnut eagles right here. Finished carving out the cows between videos and got their little heads right here. This one's walnut and this one's cherry. So I'd say when it comes down to it and you all start seeing all this stuff on the little space-like videos again, you will begin to know what it really looks like and what it all comes down to once it is all down to a regular finish. Thank you so much.
Well, anyway, I showed you all that little demonstration a while ago that was kind of in regular video, but I will just kind of go a little further and tell you all a little more about how I kind of sanded these little eagles down, these little eagle heads, and sanded, well, let's see, got the cow heads over here. I just already sanded down the walnut cow head. I'm getting ready to do it with the cherry cow head too, and one of these days I'll get on this video with the rotary tool and demonstrate how I use that to kind of do some of the other little bits of work that I do. So I say it's all just going to be a little joyous here and there, as just far as how we kind of go about things little by little and what we say and do and know about. And I say that this is just kind of a little caring way to kind of go about a good little amount of work, and just one of those things that I'm going to think is going to be so neat to have a little thing here that is based on Ezekiel, a little creature or two. I'd say is for now I'm really only making 2 of these creatures, although in the original Ezekiel thing there were actually 4, but I say that given the fact that we've got the kinds of woods we do, these scraps are only in cherry and walnut out of all the little pieces of wood scraps that we have, so that's just kind of how this little thing can go about to do the things we make of things and see how things just work about our ways and what we can kind of see and do and feel and say with a little bit of rhythm and motion going through in the work we do. I'd also mention that there's probably also just little passages I come across in Ezekiel, and there was a certain passage in chapter 16 and a passage in chapter 23 that you'd probably also say, if you're an adult, you can read them for yourself, but they're not suitable for young children, I say. Just a bit of advice I wanted to share there. And I say that, you know, I've read through books like that and found things that kind of caught my attention for the best, and always just kind of seemed like they were the kinds of things that, to me, were of quite a special interest, and I'd say the most popular story out of Ezekiel is in chapter 37. It is the story about the Valley of Dry Bones. I've always liked that story, and I'll tell you little things about that is I can kind of remember there being a certain year that I was in the high school chorus that we sang a song that was kind of based on that story and that passage. And even after I graduated and finished high school, I kind of got to getting a chance to sort of, look back on a lot of that old stuff. And when I kind of read the Bible and found all this stuff, it just brought me back to where a lot of this stuff was by these classic composers, and in all these things, those songs we sang in the chorus and all. So it was just kind of a interesting little thing that we note for ourselves and say for ourselves and sing for ourselves. And I say that there had even been a few passages in Ezekiel that I'd kind of written my own little tunes based on. I mean, and if you ever kind of have some of that music I used to distribute either through the internet or through the CDs and MP3 discs I've ever handed out, I'll just kind of say a little further about all that, you might even have the song Come On and Hear the Word of the Lord that I used to sing and write and record, and it was actually based on the song about the Valley of Dry Bones. And I mean, there was also a song I did mention to you a while ago that chapter 23 is not suitable for children, but it just so happened that there was a song out there called Ohola and Oholiba that I wrote that was about a certain two characters kind of mentioned in that passage. The passage could have been referring to anybody there. The Bible is a deep book, and we don't know exactly who's being in every passage referred to when it comes to the Bible and what's in the prophecies, but we also know that there are places where, as far as what we see in Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28 about the falling of Lucifer from heaven when he became Satan, it was like that was something that we might even notice in those passages has been passed down through the years as far as just what that story was all about. But I say that there's been interesting little things to come across in all the Bible prophecies, and I've probably written a few songs out of Isaiah but never recorded them. I did have one song I wrote out of Jeremiah, and I kind of did a little recording of that on a Tascam once. I did a song out of Lamentations, which is kind of the book right after Jeremiah in the Christian Bible, so that's kind of how we come about these things. And Jeremiah himself wrote the book of Lamentations too. I'd say that there's interesting little things we come across in these places. Kind of got to where we can sort of like kind of make these little things come away where they all just kind of sort of show a little grace and mercy unto us and tell us all we got little good about us and taking us down to where, oh, I see a little thing or two gonna come our way. Sometimes we forget all about just all the different grits we stand in once we get used to doing the project. So that's one thing I'm going to do, and one of these days show you all with a rotary tool how I add in all the little eyes and other stuff to the figures. We'll go on to mention a thing here about the lions. I mean, the lions, they're kind of fluffy looking. They got all the facets in them, but lions are supposed to look that way. So we're not going to sand them. We're going to leave them as they are when they become part of the carving itself. And I just want to say that hope you all are blessed. Hope you all are having a great day. Hope you all are enjoying the video. We'll have so much more to say as I come on in the future. Thank you very much. Take care always. And thank you. And always, always keep in touch.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.